Hi, we're Richard and Jackie from Early Retirement Wanderlust.
In our last video, we shared with you what we think is the difference between being on travel adventures in our camper van and being on holiday.
And we're on holiday, and we're in Florida, and we're with our family, so we thought we would bring you along and let you see what we get up to when we are on something that we call a holiday.
So we have had the most amazing morning this morning. We got up early to see the sunrise. Just have a look how we got on.
So who'd have thought it? We're on holiday and Jackie actually really liked getting up at 6 a.m.
Well, I wouldn't say liked, but oh my goodness, it was just incredible. It started with us seeing the harvest moon that's out. So we rushed to the beach just to get a couple of photos of what that looked like, reflecting on the sea. But we had to go to the other side of the island to get to see the sunrise.
And family issues, as always. We get a text this morning and Luke and Charles, they have got a place further up the island They decided that they wanted to go fishing, so we get a 6 a.m. text to say, can you pick us up on the way through? So yeah, it's always fun and games with other people, but that's part of the holiday feel, and it's just so lovely having the kids out here to be able to share it.
So it's still only 8 o'clock in the morning, and we are going to go back to our little holiday house and have breakfast, and then we have got a really full day planned. We've got tickets for the baseball tonight, which I am really excited about.
And we've worked out over the course of the last few days that it just gets so steamingly hot on the beach, so we try and get a bit of beach time in this morning, so hopefully we can have some fun before the temperatures get too high.
Well, I think it's about 92 degrees and the heat has beaten us. We're just going to have to come and stay in the sea for a while.
It's only 12 o'clock, and yeah, I can't cope with it on the beach. A good excuse to head back to the house and have a bite to eat, and then spend the afternoon by the pool. There is an issue with the pool.
Yes, we got back from the beach yesterday and the pool man had been and he has put the heating on, so the pool is actually hotter than our bath at home. It is just boiling.
It's just like a spa, and it just makes you feel sick when you go in it, so we're resorting to cold showers outside to cool down, but that's like modern life problems.
We did have a lovely morning on the beach, as you could see when we were in the sea, but it was just so hot. So we did go back and have a couple of hours by the pool, but just sat in the shade.
And then we went to the baseball, which was just amazing because clearly it feels like we're in the hottest place on earth. But what else would you have? You'd have a baseball stadium that was covered and aircon. So it was a beautiful evening for baseball.
It was actually really, really good. I didn't understand any of the rules. I think after the end of the 9 innings, I just about worked out what was going on the screen, and then it finished. And it was a really tight game as well. It went almost down to the last ball they could have drawn. And we had the most fantastic tea because we saved ourselves so that we could experience the full hit of baseball mania, and we went for a tray of pulled pork nachos. It was fantastic.
I've never seen a tray of nachos as big as in all my life, but yeah, very popular there, very popular, as well as the foot-long hot dogs, but we decided to go for the pulled pork.
So we thought we'd talk a little bit about where we are and why we are on this particular island in Florida.
So we're on Anna Maria Island, which is just below Tampa. It's sort of our happy place. Our family discovered it donkeys years ago, and we sort of started coming when the kids were little. We did it as a bit of a tack on to the parks and Disney and all of that, but since the very early days we've just been coming straight to the island on the Gulf Coast because it's just a little bit of quiet paradise.
Yeah, it's quite an old-fashioned island. They're not allowed to build any high-rise flats or anything, so there's no big hotels, and it's quite quaint. It's a lot busier than when we first came. Since COVID, it just seems to be heaving, but it's just like going back in time still.
And if you've seen our last video, we put quite an emphasis on deciding whether we are travelling for adventures or whether we are on holiday, and we're very definitely on holiday on Anna Maria Island because it's just a lovely place to slow down.
It is. And actually, for 2 or 3 summers when the children were in their teenage years, we actually came out here for the summer. We could rent a place for about £1,500 for the 6 weeks or 5 weeks. And kids would join in the community centre, different groups and different activities. And we just used to spend the summers having fun and chilling out. And once we paid the flights, it was actually just as cheap to live out here as it was at home.
The reason I might be a little bit distracted at the moment is just behind the camera. There's loads of squirrels that are just thinking that we sat at a picnic table and there's got to be food. So I'm just hoping that they don't eat our toes or anything like that. So yeah, back to the island. We've just been doing the really simple things. So the kids have always had fond memories of fishing off the pier, and we do that at morning, we do that at dusk. All the time a cold beer is available, which does make fishing a little bit more appealing, as well as the lovely warm temperatures.
No, I like going because the beer's $2.50 for a small cold beer when you're fishing. I think fishing's incidental.
Yeah, they take the fishing really seriously over here, but we take great pride in catching pinfish, which are the simplest and easiest and probably most stupid fish to catch. But yeah, you rarely come away from the pier. We've never really come across this problem. It's just too hot to film, so the cameras melt. So we can only film for a couple of minutes. It's not really a problem that we've had when we're in Yorkshire and in the Dales, but it's actually quite a nice problem to have, and it's just something to work around. But yeah, if any of our footage just suddenly cuts off, you'll know exactly why that is. So hopefully that's given you a little bit of a taste of what we've got up to on our holiday. We haven't really done our usual YouTube thing. We really wanted to focus on family time, and we didn't really let the cameras impose too much. We just shot it as it happened, and we tried to keep the cameras out of the kids' faces, and I think we got a bit of a balance.
Yeah, I think so. And it is now Saturday morning, and we are just going back to the house to get it tidied up and ready to leave for the airports, which is sad times.
On the house, we've had quite a strange arrangement, but it sort of worked okay because the island has a bit of a rule that you can't have more than 8 people in a house. So we've had officially an adult house and a children's house, even though the kids are in their late 20s, but it's worked really well.
It has, yeah. So the adults have got a really nice big house that my sister rented, and it's got all of the older people in it, and it's been absolutely fantastic. The Florida houses and the American houses that you rent just generally are huge, but the kids have had their own space, which has been great because they leave us at 9 o'clock and they just go and have whatever noisy time they want in their house, and there's 6 of them, so yeah, it's been good fun.
And we've had all the advantages of being able to get together multi-generationally as a family on an evening, cook some food together, have a few drinks, and just build some memories. So it's been amazing. The house, wow, yeah, it's just like blown our brains. It's enormous. So it's in the downstairs, it's got like a garage play area, which is probably bigger than our house to start with.
Yeah, and then it's got the pool outside. We've had a bit of a nightmare with the pool. The thermostat breaker on it broke, so it's been 104 degrees for a couple of days, so we've not actually been able to use it. It has only 4 official bedrooms in it, although it can sleep up to 14. There's 14 beds, but it's got 7 showers.
And that brings on an appropriate moment, I think, just for the people of the channel that love it so much. We'll do a very quick Rate My Shower.
So let's have a look at one of the, quite frankly, ridiculous 7 ensuite showers in the property. We've got a spacious double shower cubicle, and a feeling of space is highlighted by the high ceilings. A nice vanity unit with a marble worktop. A selection of artwork by local artists is a welcome addition. You can see there's a spacious shower area with lots of storage surfaces. Excellent wet room style drainage. Ample hot water with a very simple shower head arrangement. So overall, you'll notice an incredible set of scores. Just a note on the score of 6 for the number of showers. This was Jackie's insistence, reflecting the 7 showers for only a 4-bed house. Once again, like many previous Rate My Showers, the facilities are let down by the simple lack of hanging hooks. Why is this simple fundamental such a stumbling block for bathroom designers? So overall, a score of 47 out of 50, but what more would you expect from such a high-end rental?
So that's it from Florida. You can probably tell we've had an amazing 2 weeks. It's been brilliant just being with the family and having quality family time. And, you know, thanks for bearing with us because we haven't done our usual YouTube stuff. We've just focused on us, but we'll be back to normal service when we get back to the UK.
Yeah, we're hoping that we can get to the Lake Districts and bag a couple of Wainwrights and have a couple of nights on a nice campsite, or up into the Northern Dales, which we've not done for our next travel video.
And then it's all preparation. I think we're on just about 30 days till we get off to Thailand, which is definitely going to be a different kettle of fish. But from Florida, thanks ever so much, and we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.